How are you guys? We're going to look around YouTube real quick. Our friend, Strongman, Poor Man's Gym, he is up. He's live. Daisy May is live. Signature is live. So, hey guys, there's some options. You're not stuck with me. There's other people that, let's see, 4 likes already. Awesome, guys. Thank you. I'm just looking around to see who else might be live. It looks like tomorrow at 6 a.m., Jacob is going to be doing a Holy Grail. I don't know. Is he doing it? He might be doing it with Jace. If so, man, way to step up. Nope, sorry. He's doing it on the 28th. Our friend Jacob is. Jace is doing it tomorrow. If you guys aren't familiar with the Holy Grail, it is 1,000 burpees, 1,000 one-pump burpees. Hey, Sniper. Give me a second, my friends. Here's my promise for you guys tonight. Although we had fun last night, I'm going to keep the fart jokes to a minimum. Everyone is allowed 1 fart joke per live stream. No more than 1. Jay says had to pop in and off to bed soon. It's a big day for Jay. Big weekend, all across the board. Let's see, Semper says Jace tonight is Triangle Biscotti strain. Works well. Songo says hi to Jace. Let's see. Jace, what time is your Holy Grail gonna take place? Let's see. X Infinity Gamer says, hi Eric, how you doing? Long time no speak. How you been, my friend? So this is Panthers against New York Giants. When is that? Sunday? Austin says, how you doing today, Yogi? I'm doing pretty good, Austin. Thanks. I appreciate you asking. I was going to read. Anyone here fans of Mary Oliver? X Infinity, sorry. I'm doing really well. Where you been? I've been here. Been doing my live streams every day. Some might say incessantly. So I might read something from Mary Oliver in a minute. Hey, Tyler. Tyler says, hey, sir, how you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. I appreciate you asking. Appreciate you guys checking in. Let's see. I heard they play in Munich. Third time was the charm. Munich, Germany. Are they playing in Germany? I wonder why. Dallas says, read that. Hey, sir, how are you today? Stuart. Hey, Stuart. Hello, Jace. Long time no see. It's because we're interchangeable. Jace says, I have a little feeling. It sits in my gut. And my only worry is if it makes it to my butt. So I will sit here, relax, waiting for the time when the little escape suddenly starts to rhyme. A classic Jace poem. The genius of Jace. Jace, the only person who can make a fart poem beautiful. Who else could do that, guys? Jace and Elton John, the only two people. All right. I was going to say Paul McCartney. I don't even think Paul McCartney can do it. Xfinity says, Squirrel, thanks. The Warrior Pro says, hi. It's my birthday today. Hey, happy birthday. How old are you, Warrior Pro? Man, you know what? This is for you. This is a Tibetan meditation bell. Gonna send out positive vibes for you on your birthday, my friend. Hey, Skit says, hello, you wonderful bunch. Stuart says, he's laughing. I do try. You do an excellent job, my friend. Let's see. Semper says, ex-Royal Marine, Xfinity Gamer, big up for your service, my friend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Semper says, say stop it if you invoke a certain person. Well, we know it's probably going to happen. That's why I said everyone gets one fart joke per evening. You can get it out of the way. You can get it out of the way now. You could save it for later. Skid says, even Stuart, brother, my legendary fly tying Jedi. Hey, Stuart, how was things in the blind with Bob? I stopped in just to give him some support. I didn't want to do a vegan jinx. Hey, Mercedes says, hi, Austin. 8:35 is here. Wasn't able to fly today. But able to go fly fishing tomorrow. Well, good. Enjoy your Saturday. Stuart says, Mercedes goes fly fishing at my Troll River. Nice. Sniper says, I'll save mine up. Let it still. That sounds like that is almost one already. Sniper being sly. Stuart says, cheers, Sean, my brother. My rod is ready for tomorrow. I got everything rigged up. Nice. Hey, Skeeter. Hey, Skeeter, what was going on with you today? Everyone cheers, Brother Yogi. 2 questions. What was going on today? And did you get final notification for the watch hours yet? Stuart says, you did a vegan jinx. I did my best not to. I went in and I said, Bob, just here for some support. And then I slowly backed out so I wouldn't disturb anything. This might be the best greeting in the history of my live streams. Skeeter, my furry meatloaf. I don't know if we've ever had a single better greeting than that. Stuart, my friend, remember that for me. Seriously, no funnier greeting in the history of this live stream. Hey, Tandra, how are you? Tandra, are you doing, are you going to be live streaming with Jace while he's doing, it's on Saturday, right? Or is it on Sunday? I don't remember which day. It's on Sunday. Are you going to be doing it while he's doing his sit-ups? Supposed to have his head Sly and Deadly. So it says Skeeter's having a fish meltdown. Yeah, I saw something was going on. Skeeter says it might be live tonight still. If you decide and I'm still on live, let us know. Let's see, 8:35 says I hope everyone has a good Sunday tomorrow. I plan on having a good Saturday tomorrow. Skeeter says, not yet, hopefully tomorrow. I hope so. You know you're there, but it's just nice getting that final confirmation. Stuart says, hey, Tandra Sweetheart. 8:35 is hungry again. You know how to fix that, right? More mac and cheese. Out of box of Pop-Tarts. And I will make a live of me obliterating them. Wait, I got that right. Sniper says Jason's doing, Tandra is counting. Gotcha. I figured Jace was doing. I didn't know if they were going to do like a separate live stream from that event, or if it was going to be the whole thing. Tanya says, Sunday, yes, I will be doing them in the dark. Invisible sit-ups. Sniper says, only jesting. A35 says, Tandra, do you fish? Tandra says she has done in the past. Nice. And A35 says, what happened? Did you retire? Tandra says, not sure really. Need to check with Jace. Don't want to put him off. This weekend also, guys, we're going to do a big push to get Tandra to 1K subs. She's at 718. A well-deserved 718. 718. Man, but let's do that push. Let's get it to 1K. So it says Skeeter is having a meltdown. He's living in Skunkville, Pennsylvania. Man, I know that's frustrating for you guys. Maybe tonight's the night. Maybe I can help Skeeter and break the vegan curse at the same time. Runner Boy says I'm eating a full tub of Greek honey yogurt, 450 grams. Hey, did you ever finish your M&Ms? Jay says we will be live on Tandra's channel and hopefully get the 1K subs. I hope so. I will do what I can to help support you both for sure. 835 says, why do you keep forgetting to check the Jaguars? That's a good question, my friend. Sir says, what with a jar vehicle whip? That does not sound very appetizing. Ronald says, yeah, I finished them ages ago. Finally. Austin says, hey, to Skit's brother. Let's see. Jay says, go now. Stuart says, hey to Runner Boy. Hey, speaking of Goga, our friend Odom is going to be on his Sunday service. So hopefully I'll remember and I'll post a link for it. But if not, I hope you guys remember. Odom's got I don't know what they're going to cover, but he's got a powerful story to tell. He had a turnaround in his life. Huge turnaround. He's such a centered and gentle person. I can't imagine him otherwise, but from what he tells it, he certainly was. Austin says hi to everyone. Jace says, Squirrel, I'm not sure. Off to sleep now. Jace, we will see you in the morning. Get those reps, man. You got this. Stuart says, Jace, why it's early? Jace is doing his Holy Grail tomorrow, 1,000 burpees. So he's going to get started early. Forget what time he said he was going to get started tomorrow. Stuart says, night, night, Yogi, sweet dreams. Let's see. Let me see if Jace is up. I think Jace has a slightly different strategy for this Holy Grail session. Give me 1 second. I'm bringing Jace's community page up. And I'll let you know what time it is. So for me, at my time, nope, GMT, 9:30 a.m. So for you guys in Great Britain, 9:30, Jace will be doing 1,000 burpees, the Holy Grail. And then 2,000 sit-ups the next day. Pretty amazing. Hey, Reaper. How are you? Reaper says, Brother Yogi, nice to see you, my friend. Says, hello, beautiful YouTube family. A35 is going to eat something real quick. Stuart says, better feed the dial-up firewood and charcoal. I should mention, I do have a Google email address as well. Just to let people know I'm not completely out of touch, maybe slightly, but not completely. So it says, Reaper of the Burpees. Reaper says, just stopped in to say hello and miss you, Yogi. I miss you too, my friend. Man, I always love taking advantage when I see you up to at least come in and say hi. I enjoy your chat and drive. Always fun. Pokeman says, hello, my friends. Pokeman, how are you? Reaper's waving at Stuart. Michael's here. Hey, Michael. Hey, Yogi and chat. Sorry for being late. I was staying some more wands. Staining some more wands. Understandable, my friend. Reaper says, I'm great. Hopefully everything is well. It is. Hey, Reaper, did you know Jace is going for the Holy Grail tomorrow? 1,000 reps. Reaper gives a salute to Pokeman. Pokeman says, hey, Reaper. Appreciate you, Yogi. Well, thank you. Appreciate you too, my friend. Hopefully, sometime we'll be able to catch up soon. Reaper says, yes, I heard. Hopefully he'll complete it this time. I think he will. I think he's got a different strategy. I don't think he's going for to see how fast he can get it. I think he's just going to get the reps in. That's what Dan's doing right now. Dan's doing 300, Poor Man's Gym, 300 Navy SEALs. Buddha is here. Buddha says, Reaper. Sir says, a burp. Does that count as burpees? Are you burping more than once? If you only do it once, it counts as a burp. If you do it twice, it counts as burping. If you do it 3 times, it counts as burpees. I think I got that right. Stuart says, hey to Buddha. Been in the background. Appreciate that. Making my ginger and turmeric. I just had ginger and turmeric tea myself. Buddha says hi to Stuart. Reaper says, have a great rest of your day, family. I'm off to change. You're going to head home. Hey, have a safe drive, Reaper. And if you're doing your ride and drive when I'm done the live stream, I'll stop in and say good night. First, you, my friend. Austin says hi to Buddha. Let's see. Buddha says I did 3 pumps till 70, 2 pumps, then triple Navy SEALs. And on 69, say 6 pumps, and then 9 pumps. I had you up and running. I was in and out in the background for much of it, but I had you up for the whole thing, and I cheered you out as well. Buddha says, hey, Austin, and 110 pumps. Wow. Buddha says, I went crazy. Man, I would say. And thank you very much, Yogi. You're welcome. Yeah, you definitely went crazy. How are you feeling now? I did a 7-minute kettlebell set with my brand new kettlebells that I got today. I got an in-between weight because I'm still testing out my back to see how it's going to do. So I didn't want to make any big jumps in weight. But it feels good to be back. I missed the kettlebells. Buddha says my left shoulder hurts like the other day. And it sounds cool. I'm still getting in the minimal number of reps for burpees to consider it a streak. As, let's see, I think I might be close to, might be getting close to 1,100 days of burpees in a row. I'll let you know exactly. Nope, 1,047 days. Which isn't a bad streak. But I'll be honest with you, it's going to end soon because as my kettlebells get more serious, I have some numbers in mind that I'd like to hit. Then I got to give it priority. I'll still do burpees like on off days, but I won't be doing them every single day. So I might eventually end up being just a yogi doing kettlebells in his basement. Buddha says, hi to Michael, and lower back hurts from standing. Let me finish. I started off doing 40, then 70, and 100 to 800. Awesome. Wow. To 300. Gotcha. Man, that's some big reps, Buddha. Well done. Way to go, my friend. I re-injured my back just over a year ago. Doing something completely ridiculous. Getting in my car, believe it or not. Skid says, good evening, awesome brother. Reaper, Buddha, and Michael. Buddha says, yeah, I got TM meditation Sunday with the Tibetan singing bowl and flute. Thank you very much. Nice. Buddha says, hit his skits. So we are having a nice laid back live stream, just a few of us tonight after yesterday's fart fest that everyone joined in. It's my sleep supplement. Buddha says, saying thank you so much for sharing me, Yogi. Absolutely, Buddha. I try to do it every time I see you live. I will do whatever I can to support you, my friend. You and Trending, both. I appreciate your support for me, as well as what you do for everyone in the community. You've brought a lot of people together, as has our friend Stuart the Fish Whisperer. Hey, Stuart says, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. That's much appreciated. I just like the way that it's become, again, it's not fishing community, it's not a burpee community, it's not a gaming community, it's not a crafting community, it's simply a community. All those different things that people do coming together and supporting each other across the board. I love seeing crafting people show up on Stuart's live stream, and I love seeing fishing people show up here. That's what makes it such a fun thing. This is, for me, this is what YouTube's all about. Making those connections across bounds. And that's important right now because, man, here in the US, of course, we just had a very contentious election. A lot of hurt feelings on both sides for a lot of years. What's going on here on YouTube really shows we can look past anything. That stuff isn't real. It feels real. And of course, it does have some real consequences for a lot of people. I will be impacted by this election in a big, big way, as well as some people close to me. Not in a good way. But so real consequences, but the real is we're all in it together. And by it, I mean life. We are all in life together. So if you can look past the surface stuff and see the depth that we are all connected, then we're truly, truly lost. And YouTube's given this little microism of the collective wholeness that we all get to experience. I can tell you, like me, a vegan, when I showed up on Bob's live streams, the warm welcome that I got from everyone, but very specifically that I got from Stuart. And Stuart was like, hey, how come you're not hanging out over at my place? Which I immediately started hanging out over at his place. And then I met other people, and they came here. And people who met Stuart come over to hang out with him. If a vegan can metaphorically shake hands with a fisherman, if a vegan can show up in a deer blind in the afternoon, and I did not jinx Bob. I promise, Bob, I did not jinx him. Hey, we can heal. We can heal anything. I promise you that we can heal anything. I think the issue, we focus so much on our seeming differences. Differences are awesome. No one has to think like me. No one has to be a yogi. Everyone should meditate. Everyone should do breath work. Not because it makes me happy, but because it will make them happy. But other than that, no one needs to shave their head, except for Jace, and do burpees in the basement or talk about yoga or any of the other weird stuff that I talk about. So differences are awesome, but we have more in common than we have being separate, for sure, across the board. I probably have different political views than 80% of the people that show up on my live stream. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care what anyone else's political views are. The reason why um, I don't really like talking about politics much here, I don't mind like talking about politics, you know, in a way that can bring us together. But I don't like talking about political people, political like issues, because it creates a difference. People immediately think of taking sides. But it's come out a few times, and I'm happy to say, even though uh, like Eric Lapointe has a completely different, maybe not 100%, but a fairly different political outlook than I do, I could care less. Here's what I care about. I care about Eric Lapointe. I care about him being happy. I care about his family being happy. I care about my friendship. Political views, hey, Eric Lapointe has every right to be wrong without me saying anything about it. And, you know, and it's so easy. It's much easier to lose your calm on social media than it is in real life when you actually see your friend. But hey, everyone's slightly anonymous on social media, right? It's so easy to um, say things to someone that you never would say to their face. And then, yet, look how everyone comes together. That's what I like. That's what I love. Absolutely love. All right. Our friend Poor Man's Jim is done his reps. He did 300 Navy SEALs. Pretty awesome. Hey, our friend Bodyweight Beast and Fitness, he is up. He's doing a live stream. Not sure what his reps are doing today. He is doing push-ups, squats, push-ups and squats. He's doing a deck of cards workout, it looks like. So I want to leave a message. And we'll keep him up and running. Help him get some watch hours. Our friend Daisy May is live. If anyone would like to visit her, she's working on a puzzle, crossword puzzle. I was hoping that I'd see Toy Pups doing a live stream this evening. Maybe she will after. I don't know if anyone follows Tokyo Ghoul King 420. He's live. He's a gaming channel. Uh, he's a great gaming channel. Him and Smitty Deuces 420. Those guys are a team working for each other. Definitely someone to support if you don't mind. Oh, And speaking of things going on, I don't know if our friend Stuart is still listening in. He was going to do a panel tomorrow. Did I see? Think he said he's going to do it with whoever pops in. But I think I saw when I was over hanging out All Things Country that I could be wrong. I think he said he was going to pop in. So we're just cruising around, seeing who might be live, or has something interesting up. Skits is here. Skits says, Eric, what is your view on life after death? I think I asked you before, but I can't remember. Has yoga or meditation helped you reach your decision on what you think about the afterlife? It has. I don't know. I don't know about life after death. The great Zen master Suzuki Roshi, one of the first people to bring Zen from Japan to America. Sung Ho is back. Welcome back. He was asked that question when he was on his deathbed, and his students gathered around and said, well, what's going to happen to you? What's going to happen when you die? And he said, I don't know, which shocked his followers. How can you not know? You're a great Zen master. You've attained perfect realization in human form. And he said, yes, but I'm not a dead Zen master. Tibetan Buddhism lays out a very intricate map on what happens. The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying talks about the bardos. Bardos are in-between states. Looked at that way, this life is a bardo as well. We are in between. The great Christian mystic called it that we are a parentheses in eternity. We have eternity, parentheses that has our life, and then eternity. I love that. What is seen through the lens of A Course in Miracles is that the life that we are experiencing right now isn't true. It isn't real. It's illusory. That's the same thing as seen in Buddhism, as well as yoga, Vedanta, and other mystical schools. The Gnostics, Christian sect, right after Jesus, had the same view that we are actually ideas in the mind of God that had a dream that we are separate. So I always go back to the ocean metaphor. The wave is never separate from the ocean, but it's a unique expression lasting only as long as the wave is cresting, and then it collapses back in the ocean. It's not gone, but it's no longer a wave. Imagine when the wave is cresting, if it has this mad idea, a crazy idea, that, hey, look at me. I am a wave, and although I was made from the ocean, I am separate from the ocean. I am my own thing, my own entity. And it crested along believing it was separate. But eventually, as every wave must, it goes back into the ocean. That's the concept of rebirth, which is different than reincarnation. Reincarnation says there's one thing that comes back over and over and over and over again. Rebirth is saying in every moment we're reborn. I don't have the same body that I did when I was 50 or 40 or 30 or 20 or so on. I definitely don't have the same body when I was born. Here's the one thing that has remained. The moment I was born, perhaps before, I was aware. I didn't have any words. I didn't have anything to describe what I was aware of, but I was simply aware. That same awareness existed when I was 6 and when I was 12, and it exists now. I have reason to surmise that that awareness will be present after this thing, this body, this presence called Eric has gone back, when I've crested and I've gone back into the ocean. There'll still be that all-encompassing consciousness, awareness. I don't know if that answered the question or if I just confused the issue. Probably I confused the issue. Skid says you don't have to answer it now. If you don't wish, maybe another time. I know it's late. No, that's okay. We got time. Man, I love talking about that stuff. This is a whole reason why I started my channel. Can we talk about things that bring some sense of peace for all of us? If you've lost a loved one, isn't it nice to know that eventually we merge back into that ocean of consciousness in which our loved ones are in right now? Never separate, still here. We're connected. Consciousness. They will crest again, something totally different, and yet still be their essential selves. We will crest again. Does it keep going? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But consciousness itself, awareness remains. Before the Big Bang, there was just the big you. Michael says, hey to Skits. Skits says, hey Michael, hope you're well. It says, hey to Songho. Michael says, sorry I missed most of your premiere, but I hopped in and said hello right at the end. Hey, definitely, Michael, if you didn't hear the whole song, definitely replay and check out the whole song. Man, when I listen to Skits, it feels like he's performing an act of catharsicism. Like he's purging, like he's cleansing his soul. He's putting it out there so that, like, he's leaving it. This is an aspect of me that I'm leaving behind, but I need to get it out. I need to cry it out. There's such poignancy in not just his lyrics, but his performance. Sean says, hey, I got an update from the hospital. If he's not suffering from a bladder infection, lack of blood flow to the brain, now he's got a chest infection. He's tired. The hospital wants to put him in a home. So what do you think about that, Sean? Is you think the home is best in order? Thanks for the update, Sean. I'm going to keep my prayers up for you, for your grandfather and your whole family, and you specifically as well. Michael says, I'm good. How about you? Skit says, that's okay, Michael. I saw it. Thank you for joining. Glad to hear you're good. And yes, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I shared it with Milka. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Joeful says, hey to Eric, which is me. Nice to see you, my friend. Boring food is here. Sorry, guys, it took me a bit to get here. What's my favorite wafflets and the yogi butter? What's up, Ginger? Boring Food says, hey, Ginger and Joy. Boring Food says, me. Welcome back, my friend. Skits says, Sean, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend. Sending all my love to you and your loved ones. Thank you, Skits. Ginger says, hello. Ginger says, your soul is always connected. Nice. I like that thought. So let's see. Skit says, Eric, you answered in the way that I expected with oneness, but it still leaves me with many unanswered questions. Like one you touched on, does it keep going? And is consciousness finished after we die? Consciousness itself doesn't begin, doesn't end. Can you find an ending in infinity? Does the infinite have a direction? So when you start touching base with pure consciousness in those deeper states of meditation doesn't even be that deep. When you just experience that gap for an instant, it's pure consciousness. Is there an ending? When you have a thought, is that pure consciousness gone? Or is it just a thought that's occurring within pure consciousness itself? That's the nature of it's called jhana yoga, the yoga of self-inquiry. When we are asking ourselves these important questions. So you're absolutely on the right track. And ask those questions. So ask, who are you? Who is Skitz? Is he the name? Is he a hip hop artist? Is he his past events and things that he's done? Is he his hopes and dreams of his future? None of those things in and of themselves are actually real. They're concepts, conceptual. So what is real? Keep asking and keep dismissing. And the yogic tradition, it's called neti neti. Neti is Sanskrit for not this. Everything that occurs to you that you are, simply say not this, not this. How could you be? If I'm my body, what happens if I lost a finger? Am I still my body? I have to be something more than a body. I am aware of my body. So if I am aware of my body, it's not that I'm separate. It's that my body is occurring with an awareness, which means that awareness has to have been here before my body even existed, because it's independent from my brain. And if it was here before I existed in form, then it has to be when I return to whatever it is I came from as well. Pure consciousness, pure awareness, ever present. Can't be anywhere else. So if we think of ourselves as being ideas in the mind of God, ideas in the mind of God, and when we wake up, we are in the mind of God. Toy Pops, I was just talking about you, my friend. Sean says, Dad reckons that if he goes into a home, that he will die in no time. That's tough. Here's the thing. Being in a home can provide proper care that maybe you and your family can't, but maybe you can. There is, if you can take care of your grandfather, you and your dad, there is nothing like having a loved one at home, letting them live out their days there. But it's hard. The single greatest thing I've ever done in the entirety of my life was to be a caregiver for my parents. My father came home from the hospital for hospice. He died the night he came home, but he was home and I was holding his hand. I don't know how you feel. It is hard to be a caregiver, but it's rewarding. My mom had a very contentious relationship with my mom. When she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, although we always butted heads, when I became her caregiver, that ended. And my mom became my greatest spiritual teacher ever, because I learned how to be infinitely patient, infinitely kind, infinitely generous with my time. Sorry, guys. It's still hard for me to talk about. You should see me when I talk about my dad. It gets, man, it is almost impossible for me to talk about my dad without getting tears in my eyes. I'm glad you're here, Toy Pups. Let's see. Toy Pup says we will definitely rewatch. Well, the beginning, we were just having fun. It's actually, I really appreciate Skits asked some really great questions. So Skits, man, when you meditate, all those answers start like coming intuitively. I think our friend Joyfield could probably agree with that. Skits says, so Eric, last question. for me, because I don't want to annoy. Man, you can never annoy anyone here. Um, where did consciousness arrive? Um, I don't believe in a God. Try to understand, trying to understand what it was before. It's hard to get my head around. That's because you're thinking time-wise. Before the Big Bang, time and space didn't even exist until it was needed. Until the universe needed time and space, there was no time and space. There was just the is, the absolute. The absolute has no beginning, has no ending, because it's the absolute. If it had a beginning, if it had an ending, then it would not have that. Hey, Selma. Um, so as long as we try to take that linear approach to the unlinear, we'll never be able to wrap our minds around it. Or I should say, we'll never be able to wrap our brains around it. It's the mind itself that is infinite, the mind of God, the Buddha mind, Christ consciousness. Toy Pup says, we love you, Yogi. We truly do. Thank you. That means a lot to hear. I very much appreciate that. So, Skits, honestly, I could talk about this stuff all night long. So when you say you don't believe in God, I don't believe in a God that people believe in. I don't believe in a conceptual God. I believe in the God without concepts. This is why, the Tao Te Ching begins with the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao. The God that can be described isn't God, it's a description. Course in Miracles says that words are but symbols of symbols twice removed. So we can never, ever describe God, but we experience God because we are not separate from God. I keep coming back to thoughts, ideas in the mind of God. We are ideas in the mind of God. God, the absolute, had an idea of Skits, and here you are. How is that for amazing? And you always exist within the mind of God. Selma says, Puppy Mommy. Skits says, hi to Toy Pups. Toy Pups says, we love you, Skits. Hey, Toy Pups. Speaking of love and Skits, he has a new song up. Have you seen it yet? It will make you love Skits even more. As if you could possibly love Skits even more. Listen to the song. Selma says, let's see. Skits says, smile, Eric, brother. I appreciate that. So here's I want to touch upon one more time about why my mom became my spiritual teacher, because of all that she taught me. You can never say to someone who is suffering from any form of dementia, how many times do I have to tell you this? Don't you listen? I just told you. None of that exists within the mind of an Alzheimer's patient. But it's hurtful. You can see the pain. Even though the memory of who you are might not be there, the pain of saying something like that to someone is still there. So you quickly learn. You have this moment. What a great teaching. Someone says, Papi Mommy, I got you back. Nope. Selma said that. Nope. Toy Pup said that. Puppy Mom, he's got you back. I figured I'd get it. Selma, no one is your enemy, my friend. Skits says, thank you for answering my questions, Eric. Your questions are so wise and wonderful. Hey, but Skits, the most important thing, what I really hope is that you'll do some self-inquiry where you'll ask yourself, the Zen koan, what did my face look like before I was born? And there's no right answer to that, but you ask because it helps you leap the conceptual mind. But keep coming back to who am I? And never settle on an answer until you come to the ineffable, mystery itself. Who you are is a mystery, but mystery is the absolute. There's a great early Christian text by an unknown author called The Cloud of Unknowing. And it is literally about unlearning all we think we are and getting back again to that ineffable. Toy Pup says, we love listening to Yogi speak. Thank you, Toy Pups. Skip says, do you believe in the Big Bang Theory? Or do you think we were created? Sorry, I'm asking more questions. I just love the answers. I do believe in the Big Bang Theory. Hey, Medic. Have you seen Stevie Wonder's new piano? Neither has he. I should have seen that one coming. I do believe in the Big Bang, but not in the way, not like purely scientifically, if that makes sense. The Big Bang happened. Did it happen the way we think it did? Nothing ever happens the way we think it did. Course in Miracles describes everything, the universe itself, as part of the illusion, the illusory world. In Sanskrit, it's called Maya, literally meaning illusion. Within an illusion, there is a story of the Big Bang. There's a story of the body. There is the story of history. There's the story of biology. And in the physical world, all of that is a legitimate story in the illusion. But when you wake from the illusion, you find that you are still an idea in the mind of God. You are still ever present. The universe itself. The universe can come and go, but you, as an aspect of the absolute, remain ever present. Hey, poor man. Poor man, I hit my live stream button and you were at 217 reps. So how did the 83 reps go? Poor man says, thanks for popping in earlier. Absolutely. Sniper says, hey, Selma, I hope you're good. Let's see. Chris says, I don't believe in any religion. I think if we die, we're gone. Well, that could be, my friend. Toy Pup says, Ren, we subbed. Oh, hey, Ren, I didn't see you come in. I apologize, my friend. Ren says, I'd like to answer. Have a great day, everyone. Man, I appreciate that very much. And let me click on your channel. And return the favor, my friend. Hey, this is a very valuable channel. This channel is about our simple source of income. More ways to earn from garbage, repairs some of home appliances from junk. And I love this. Have faith, there's always hope. So, guys, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you hit the receive all notifications. I know I just did, and I'm looking forward to diving in. Love making new friends. Someone says, I'm good. Sniper, how are you? Let me know if I ever miss any of these comments. Medic says, I asked, where did God come from? And I was told he was always been here. We, of course, believe everything from the beginning and can't comprehend the idea of always existing. That's nice, Medic. I sort of alluded to that as well. We can only approach things in our limited sense as form right now in that space and time. But if we exist as existence itself, then we are beyond space and time. So our conceptual mind will never be able to understand that. However, we're not limited to a conceptual mind. Through meditation, through breath work, through stilling the mind, through the practice of yoga asanas, um, we go past the conceptual mind, past beliefs. So the question of um, do we live or die doesn't even become a question anymore, because living or dying is a concept. Who we are is not conceptual. Toy Pup says, such a beautiful channel. It was such a beautiful channel. I'm looking forward to visiting. Let's see. Isn't it 12:21 where I am, where you are? You going to bed? Nope. It is almost 6:30. Chris says, hi. Oh, Centauri says, I may take a break from Course in Miracles. Many people do. I have, in 30 plus years, taken several breaks, some for extended periods of time. Those breaks are important, Centauri, because it starts to play through you. You know, you take a little bit of a break, but the concepts are working through you right now. And focus on forgiveness. Thought a bit strange to me, as it's not my focus now. You know, I'm glad you brought up forgiveness. Forgiveness as presented through A Course in Miracles, as well as Buddhism, as well as yogic philosophy, yogic psychology, is different than our traditional, hey, Nightmare, our traditional forgiveness. We forgive by saying, I forgive you because of what you did. I am ready to forgive you because you've suffered enough. Or I will forgive you when I'm ready. That's not really forgiveness. Forgiveness is what was offered from the cross. When Jesus looked down upon those who placed him there, those who crucified him, and said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. He's looking past the effects to the cause, and the cause was ignorance, and he's seeing through the ignorance to their original innocence. That's forgiveness. Hey, Centauri, I think I mentioned, if you want to look me up on Facebook, man, if you want to talk forgiveness, I'm always up for talking about forgiveness, especially as presented, as I was just talking about now. Forgiveness is simply coming back to the present moment. Hey, Void Reapers, how are you? One of my favorite quotes from A Course in Miracles is, the one wholly true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. Anything about the past is a thought. Anything about the future is a thought. Forgiveness brings us right back to that present moment. Toy Pup says, hi to Nightmare. Samper says, to Skits, I go with, we are fractals of the same source within a simulation, which where we are creators ourselves, which individuals are connected to the simulacrum. When we are asleep, we will all sleep eventually. Scroll Sniper and I aren't so far removed in this idea. Different language. A little different with the sleeping, as I see it as awakening from a sleep, that we are asleep right now. Dreaming that we are separate individual people. So we could say that forgiveness is waking up from the dream. We're not separate. Someone says, puppy mommy, I call you puppy mommy. I call you mommy. Skits says, UK medic, it's hard to comprehend to say the least. Yep, Skits, you'll never be able to comprehend. It's impossible to comprehend the absolute. However, you can know that you are the absolute. There's the paradox. You can know who you are, you will never be able to understand who you are. Toy Pup says, hi, Void Reaper, we subbed. Puppy Mommy is my mommy. Toy Pup says, you can call me Homie. Toy Pup says, I'm eating Halloween candy. I can't believe you still have Halloween. Well, I guess Halloween wasn't that long ago. I'm leaping ahead in time. So Troy says, I would like to connect on Facebook at some point soon. We can also discuss Course in Miracles. Absolutely. Anytime you want. Skid says, Squirrel, you just have completely blown my mind. I am now sat here comprehending fractal parallels expanding throughout the cosmos. Well, here's what my thought would be a little different, that expanding throughout the cosmos means there's something separate from the cosmos that is expanding. But it's just the cosmos. There's not even an idea of separation within that. So it's Skitz who is expanding through his own expansion. Someone says, Papa Mama, you're a possum. Yep, Selma, you mentioned that you were not going to go to that live stream anymore. Someone says, Sniper, you are funny. Let's see. Centurion says, how can I connect on Facebook? You can go my name, Eric McCarty. You'll see me with my two puppy dogs who unfortunately aren't here with me physically, but always reside in my heart. I got a picture somewhere over here on my shelf if you guys want to see a picture of my dogs. And I'll see if this link drops. Let me know if this works. Void Reaper says, here's another quote. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Perfect. Awesome, Void Reapers. Chris says, I would admit the world is beautiful. I must admit the world is beautiful. Yeah, it is. Nightmare says, this year is going too fast for my liking. Yeah, it's what? Just under 2 months now. Amazing. 2024. Century says, I just saw the Facebook contact. And hey, if anyone here would like to connect, please do so. Let me give, I don't know why I haven't done this before, add Centauri as a moderator as well. There's a quote for the up. Oh, I must have missed your first one. Centuri says, I will keep the book I purchased if I return to it. My bet is you will return to it. Almost everyone does. If you were curious about it, it's a hard thing. Quote of the day. The only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. I like that one. Awesome. Thank you for pointing out. I wouldn't want to have missed that one. So, Centauri, the last thing the ego ever wants is to be subjugated, replaced, or seen through. And A Course in Miracles is an entire course of seeing through the ego, that you are not an ego. This is why forgiveness is so hard, because the ego knows that to truly forgive means that it disappears. And when the ego disappears, our projection disappears. And the world that we're living in is a world of our projection. We've projected everything. Everything we see is simply our perception. It's not truth. It's not reality. So eventually we put the course down, walk away from it. Sometimes we say, I'll never pick it up again, and then calls us back. Boyd Rupert says, but God, for now or forever, we can never tell. You're absolutely right. But hopefully not. Hopefully it's not forever. Nightmare says 2024 was wild. I'm hoping 2025 is more of the chill side. But to be fair, I say that every year. Well, I'm going to join you in that wish. Hey, Nightmare, I say we can make it happen. So I was just talking about that the world we see is the world of our perception. Obviously, if we see it, we're perceiving it. If we perceive something, it means that we can change our perception. If we are perceiving a wild 2024, we can just as easily perceive a easier, more loving 2025. We do that, we give up to perception, and we extend ourselves as love. You have projection and you have extension. I just got a message from our friend Centauri. Give me 1 second, guys. I wanted to connect just to make sure that I got it in there. Let's see. Stuart says, Yogi, add him to the group. Okay. We can do that. Centauri says, thank you. Thanks, Stuart. I appreciate you reminding me of that. Nightmare says, very true, Void Reaper. Tranquil is live, says Selma. Skid says, Squirrel, did we download or was it information stored in the very DNA of our being, or possibly the connection between every living thing on Earth and through existence? Sarah says, Skits, imagine we have a virtual headset, and for the last 6,000 years, each of us had many, many lives rebooted into different vessels at the time, but the reality is the VR is only an hour. Skit says, we're in the Matrix. Centauri says, thank you. You're welcome, my friend. So, just a minute or two. We'll be shutting things down for the evening. Just a minute or two. Sniper says, Skits, I think when the information is at the right frequency that you are sending out, it will resonate. That what sounds and light does, waves of frequency. Nightmare says, I hear you. It's just hard to be at any sort of peace when the world around you is so chaotic. So, Nightmare, the world around us is chaotic because we have chaotic thoughts. All of us. To get past that means we have different thoughts. We can keep projecting chaos. If we recognize it, we are part of the projection. If we recognize it, we have to own it. And when we own it, that means now we can make a difference. Now we can start extending love. This is where forgiveness becomes essential. And again, it's forgiveness of the illusion. It's saying, this seems real. It hurts. But I know deep down that it is not real, that only love is real and nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. So we're undoing the world of our perception. And we do that by extending ourselves as love. The best way to extend ourselves in love is to forgive. Create a new world. Says Buckminster Fuller, the great architect, said that we can never create a new world from the same paradigm that we're living in now. We need to shatter the paradigm, think differently to create something different. We'll never create a peaceful world with hateful thoughts. We'll never be able to march or protest our way into peace. It's never happened. Let's see. Chris says, I think some people have higher perception because they bend my reality to a bad day sometimes. Because they bend my reality to a bad day. Well, that would be thinking that you have a separate reality from anyone else. If you have a separate reality, can it truly be reality? Or is it a perception, your perception of reality? When we start letting go of all the perceptions, every single one of them, this isn't real, this isn't real, it's a perception. Reality exists beneath that perception. In Buddhism and yoga, it would be seeing through Maya, seeing through the illusion. Someone says, I love you. We love you too, my friend. Nightmare says, but you can spark the brain who will change the world, squirrel. Someone says, I love you guys so much. We love you too. Let's see. Semper says, change the chaos. Order of is the esoteric saying. And Selma is singing the good morning song from our friend Toy Pups. All right. Man, guys, thank you. This started out as a slow conversation when I first hit the go live button. And man, it's shaped up to be pretty awesome. I appreciate these. I appreciate the conversation. Skid says, I have to say this conversation has been plenty delightful and eye-opening. Thank you all. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for those wonderful questions. Chris says, it's an interesting stream. I will go to sleep. Thank you for your interesting thoughts. I'm going to go to sleep too, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Nightmare says, for example, how do you stop wars with love? You don't. Because wars don't exist in love. There's an impossibility of war to exist with love. When you are in that loving place, when you are practicing ahimsa, which in yoga, the first principle of yoga is non-harmfulness, war becomes an impossibility. But here's the thing. Everyone needs to awaken from the dream. And everyone's waiting. I'll do it when this next person does it. It's not my time yet. I still have, I don't know, a business to start. I still have another beer to drink. I still have a newer, faster, prettier car to buy, or whatever. Not saying that you can't do all that, but when you realize that's just part of the illusion, it's just part of the surface. It's not the depth. This is why Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. So if you want a loving world, you got to love. And it starts with you. And you are the spark. You see everything through the lens of love. Is it easy? It is, sort of. It gets there. The easier it gets, the easier it gets, if that makes sense. What are the other options? Nightmare says, great stream and great conversation as always. Thanks, Eric and Chad. Thank you, Nightmare. I appreciate you being part of it. You guys are the guys that made it a great conversation. Skit says, good night, everyone. Selma is singing. Thank you, Selma. I appreciate your songs. Semper says, Skits, the simulacrum is where we bid our intent and put our conceptual thoughts of imagination and influence. We reciprocal what we project. If you're worried, word comes looking for you. We got the Sunshine song. Thank you, Selma, my friend. All right, guys, again, thank you. Much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow. P. Diddy says, Eric, I have a question for you. Do you feel there's anything that can be done to make the world more peaceful? Yes and no. The world as we know it, the world as we see it, absolutely not. We can't. It's a world of turmoil and chaos, and that's what it's supposed to be. However, that's not reality. That's not the true world. The true world already exists as peace and love and harmony. Yeah, I know that sounds like a song that came out of 1967, but it's absolutely true. Reality itself is already perfect love. You don't need to create reality. You just needed to remember reality. This is why forgiveness is nothing more than the act of remembering who we truly are. When I look at you, I'm not seeing the chaos, even though you might have brought chaos into my life. But when I forgive, I'm saying, you are not the effects. You are not even the cause. You are the pure, peaceful essence that has forgotten. And by forgiving, I'm helping you remember. By forgiving, by you giving me something to forgive, you are helping me remember. This is why there is no troll to come on the live stream. There is no wrong questions. There are nobody saying anything that isn't helpful. Because now I get to remember. Am I someone who gets up easily, gets upset easily, gets angry easily? Am I someone that loses my peace of mind? On one level, yes. On the ultimate level, no. I just have to remember. Do I want to respond or react? Everyone gives me that opportunity. You guys, my teachers, my greatest teachers, every day. P. Diddy's Baby Oil says, I love your streams, true all answers. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate those questions. Selma says, you're the best. Selma, you are the best too. And you are definitely the sunshine, my friend. All right. So, guys, I'm going to say goodnight. I'll see everyone tomorrow. If you got nothing to do, come on by. Don't forget, 1,000 reps, the Holy Grail from Jace tomorrow morning. Stuart's going to be doing a panel. What else? We got a few more things coming up. Hopefully, we're going to see Toy Pups. I don't know if she's doing a Slay Saturday. Always fun. But hopefully she'll be live. And we'll get a chance to hang out. Take care, guys. Oh, hey, check out Skits' song, too. It's on his page.